Hi. Okay, I'm recording this because I've just had my first Rapture dream. So I've only been up a few minutes. I've just made a coffee. Spoken to my partner on the phone and come to the conclusion that I was gonna record this in a little while when I had a chance to digest it a bit more. But it's quite clear that I need to do it now. So okay, well, it's kind of rattled me quite a bit. So please be patient with me. So, I've been listening to a lot of, Rapture dreams, and they're coming in thick and fast at the moment. And, I've prayed, many times in the past for the Lord to give me dreams and visions if that's what He's got for me. And, you kind of think, after a bit of time that, you don't get one, you kind of don't ask anymore. You think that it's not something that's meant for you. So yeah, I haven't asked for a while. And then, lo and behold, I get the most vivid, incredible Rapture dream this morning. And I wake up out of this dream, fairly calming myself because it's my nature, but rattled, really rattled. Inside I'm rattled, on the outside I'm calm. And okay, so I'm gonna get to it. Okay. So where I live, and anyone that lives where I live will know what I'm talking about. So where I live in a cul-de-sac, just out to the side of the cul-de-sac here, between two runs of houses, a little alleyway. It comes out of some garages, some old garages that a good friend of mine still has a garage in there. And so the dream starts with me in that space where the garages are, and it's kind of dusk. And although I know that's where I am in conjunction to my house, the setting's slightly different. It just felt more spacious, like that's where I was, but it wasn't exactly. Our dreams can sometimes be a slightly altered, an altered reality. That's the same space, but it's different. So I'm round there, and it's kind of dusk. You can see there's still some colour in the sky, but there's stars. There's stars out, and I felt in my spirit the Lord say to me, "I'm coming," and it was peaceful, and it was calm, and I felt happiness and peace and calm. I felt that, and all of a sudden I've got two cats with me, and they're kind of black ones, and they're in my arms, and it's like, oh, my pets are coming with me, right? And it was like everyone was being gathered. It was like I'm coming now. And everyone being gathered, right? Like we hear about, the harvest. Okay, the rapture's a harvest, yeah. And I've got these cats. I've got the two black cats with me, like cats that I got for us over at my partner's, but they weren't. They were and they weren't. Same again, slightly altered, but they looked like them, but they weren't them. And then way back when I was a teenager, good friends of mine, Paul and Jasmine, they had a cat black cat, and he was very, very old, bless him, and he was gorgeous. And he lived to a ripe old age. And then there's this third cat that's kind of got the limp on, and he's very, very old, and he's coming towards me, and I'm like, yeah, there's room, you're coming as well. It's like amazing. It was like a, when you have an animal from the past that kind of, is dear to your heart, it was kind of that situation. It was going to make room for him up here and with the other two, And then I look up. I remember looking up, and I see like this bright star that's in front of me. Kind of looked like a planet almost, and it was large. It was in comparison to looking up at the brightest star. It was kind of just maybe twice that size. It wasn't like a planet, It was just the planet was very prominent. It looked quite a good size, Sorry, the star, but there's like we've all seen these weird pictures and photos of like rainbows that aren't rainbows that we've been seeing in the clouds, right? When they get that real pinky kind of real deep pink colour, right? And it's not something we used to see just a couple of decades ago, right? It's just not something that used to happen. This is new stuff that's happening in our skies. This is new stuff we're seeing in the clouds. This is new stuff that we're seeing because everything's changing. Okay? Everything's changing. So it's kind of like that. I've posted this stuff on my Facebook so many times. And it's like flexing. It's like around the star. It's like an overlay. It's almost like the Lord's glory is affecting the entire, our atmosphere, space, the universe. His glory is coming, is changing. I know we're about to leave. We're going to see the effects of him coming, right? Before he's arrived, he's coming. And I'm happy, and I'm peaceful. And all of a sudden, I'm aware there's some people around, because it's a gathering, right? So I'm aware that I'm aware there are people starting to be present. 3, I think it was about 3. I couldn't tell you who they are, I didn't see them, but I was aware of figures coming close because my concentration's on what's going up in the heavens, what's the cats, me. And then all of a sudden I see there was almost like a sound, but as I say, it's going on in the consciousness. It wasn't that anybody else could hear. And I'm like, that's it. And all of a sudden they're like balls of light. And they're not very big. They're probably the size of like a melon, not a large melon, like the yellow honeydew melons. And they're kind of that kind of size. And then there was like a flash as they turned into these, but it was such a smooth kind of look, feel transaction. It was not. And they're not that bright. They're just this beautiful glow, almost like a night glow kind of you put in a kid's room. Do you know what I mean? Maybe just a touch more than that in brightness. And I'm like, I'm ready to. I'm in awe of seeing this suddenly these people, balls of light, and they start to rise up. They start off very slow, like almost so smooth, just start to go. It wasn't like a gone. They start to rise up, and I realise I'm not rising. I'm not rising, and I look down at myself. I kind of like see my legs, but I'm still here, and they're gone, and now I'm panicked. The cats have run off. I'm absolutely. I'm screaming. Lord, no! Why am I here? What? Why am I here? I'm saved. And then I realise I'm not. And the fear and the panic, there is nothing I've ever experienced in this world, and anyone that knows me knows I've experienced some pretty shocking. I know panic. I know fear. I'm fear, and when I came to the Lord, fear of the Lord, that's fear. This was stronger than anything like that I've ever experienced before. So now, it's almost like that. It's like that. Who's gone? I need to tell everyone that rapture's happened. I've come running through, it was already started getting dark. It was already dusk when that happened. It was just like when the sun's just starting to really drop, and you just start getting that orange kind of feeling, that kind of nice, relaxing, lovely summer sun dropping down when that occurred, which you shouldn't have seen stars in the sky at that moment in time. So that was weird in itself. I've come back through the alleyway. I'm running down. There are people out. My neighbours, a lot of my neighbours are out, which is not something that we used to have that back in the day when I was a kid. Everyone was out in the evening, out on their front lawn and mowing and just chatting and chilling. It was so different back then. It was like, it was a community, and it was kind of like that. And my cousin Tanya it got saved a couple of years ago, a year or two ago, and she's here, and I'm dumbfounded, and she doesn't believe me. She's shunning the idea that the rapture's just happened, because for a start, I'm here. Everyone's known, in my dream, everyone's known me as the Christian nutter, yeah? Everyone's known me as the Christian madman in my dream. And I'm still here. And they're laughing at me. They think I've lost it. They're making fun of me. They're mocking me. They're demoralising me. And I'm freaking out. I'm absolutely freaking out. They're like trying to push me away, get away from me, like you've lost it. It's like it's like they're still accepting me, but they don't want to hear it. They just don't want to hear it. And they're laughing and they're mocking and they're scoffing. And oh man, that feeling of fear and dread, and I'm trying to tell them that we're about to see bombs and nuclear warheads falling out the sky. Destruction is coming upon us now. It's going to happen now. And I'm looking up. I'm screaming this out, and I'm looking up like I'm waiting for them to fall out the sky. And I'm begging and pleading with the Lord, no, don't leave me here, Next thing I know, I'm kind of in one of the houses that are up on the side. My auntie lives in the same road as me. And we're at one end on one block, and there's a road that goes, and she's just right there. It's like directly down, in line with our garden, So one of the houses on the end on the road that I live on, which is right near my auntie's. I feel that I was then in there. I was in one of those houses, okay. And my auntie's in there in the kitchen, and bearing in mind, because everything's slightly different in dreams, isn't it? It's not as we know our reality. Sometimes it can be, but it's always an altered state. And my auntie's not very mobile anymore, and it's like it was like there was a couch, almost like a couch in the kitchen. She's laying down, and I'm kind of. I can see her quite close to me, and she's scoffing, and I'm saying, read the book of Revelation, please just read the book of Revelation, I remember that so clearly. Read the book of Revelation. You need to read the book of Revelation. And she's she's laughing at my face. My auntie would never do that. She would never do that. She's an amazing woman. But the mocking and the scoffing, and my cousin, which is her daughter, is there as well. She's mocking and scoffing. Nobody believes me. And then it dawned on me. It just dawned on me. The reason no one believes me is because they can't see anybody. For a start, I'm still here. So, all right, if you're, you know, you wouldn't be here, would you? Kind of, and that's one of the big parts of the mocking and scoffing. But the other part, which is really important, I start to realise that the amount of people that are going in the rapture are so few. People care such a small amount now. They didn't even notice they were gone. That they're so caught up in themselves, in selfishness, in their lives, in Satan's lies, that they didn't even notice. There's so few. The chances of somebody in their life that's disappeared is so slim, because those that are saved are so few. There was no evidence in front of them that this rapture had occurred. I'm supposed to be gone. I'm still here. Why am I here? I'm devastated. Do you know, that's just come back to me. I remember getting on my knees and screaming to the Lord, "I'll die for you. I'll die for you. I'll die for you." It's like my only way now is profess him all the way and die for you. Martyred, whatever you want to call it. And I just, it's just absolutely, honestly, it's just knocked me sideways. It's just completely knocked me sideways. It's just opened up a world of questions, really. But I just want to confirm, I just want to, reiterate that the word's very, very clear, that all those that call on the name of the Lord and believe in their heart will be saved. But we've got to pray for everybody. We've got to pray for everybody so hard. We've got to get so into it. We've got to pray harder than we've ever prayed, right? Sorry, it's completely and utterly taken me by surprise, if I'm being honest with you. I've listened to so many Rapture dreams, and I know there'll be people out there that will mock and scoff again and go, okay, so now you're having vivid dreams because you've been listening to all these other people. I'm telling you it's not that. I'm telling you it's not like that. I mean, I'm not a stupid guy. I'm a clever guy. I'm nobody's fool by any stretch of the imagination. And my journey I've come down with the Lord is absolutely jaw-dropping. And I think now this is now given me the encouragement I need to give my testimony, regardless of whoever might then might hear that have been, let's say arch enemies, if you like. Not that I see them like that. They're all forgiven. I've already let it all go, but they might not have. Okay. There's enough people lined up out there that are still ready to cause me problems. So, I think it's time for me to give my testimony. I've given it to many, many people, but I've never done a testimony video, and I think I need to do this. I need to not have fear about what it can cause. We're too late in the day for that. We're too late in the day for that. The Lord's coming. The Lord's coming. The Lord's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming soon. He's coming very, very, very soon. Anyway, look, I appreciate you, sitting through this video. And I want to say that I'm praying for everybody, all right? Okay, I'm praying for you all. I understand how difficult things are at the moment. I understand that Everyone's got their own struggles, you know, but listen, just have faith, keep strong with the Lord. Just, if you are praying and you are asking the Lord and you're bringing concerns to the Lord, Lord, I'm got these feelings that I'm not saved and blah blah, means you are saved. If your heart is for the Lord, you're not selfish by asking the Lord and coming to him like that and having worries and concerns. Let the Holy Spirit put you at peace, please. Do ask him, talk to him, tell him everything you got. He knows already, but if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, you're saved, right? And he rose again on the third day, you're saved. If you believe in your heart that is, you're saved. So confess everything. Don't hold back. There's not time for that. Don't hold back. Tell him everything. Anything and everything, no matter how small or how trivial you think it is. Tell him everything. If you want the Holy Spirit, you want the Lord close to you, speak to him about everything. He already knows your mind. He already knows your heart. But you making the decision to confess everything to him is a change of mind, a change of heart, and that's true repentance. So God bless. I love you all. I'm praying for everybody. Just stay tight. And those of you out there that are still on the fence and just don't, swallow your pride from start to finish in the Bible. Pride. Biggest killer of man in human history. Pride. Lose the pride. It's okay to get on your knees and ask the Lord to show himself to you. Drop the pride. It's what will kill you. And on that note, I love you. God bless. All right, time for a testimony video. All right, sweet. Take it easy. All right, big love. All right, just call on him now. You can see the world coming apart. Every single thing going on in this world right now, and outside of this world, and in our solar system, every planet up there changing, is biblical. Don't run out of time. You don't want to be here for what's coming. All right, God bless. Love you.